Hi guys, it's Twigs, and for today's video I'm going to be talking about Tzitzits. I chose this topic because I frequently get asked about them, and hopefully this video will help to answer some of the common questions I get. So what are these Tzitzits anyways, you may be wondering? And put simply, they are the 4 tassels I wear on my belt loops. I wear my tassels because God commanded his people to wear them in multiple verses, including Numbers 15:38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the corners of their garments, throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the garments a ribbon of blue. The next few verses go on to explain why the fringes are important and what they represent. When we look at our tassels, it is supposed to remind us that we are God's children, and it is our responsibility as his children to represent him justly by following his Torah. People wear tzitzits in many different ways. I wear mine on my belt loops, while others tuck them in or sew them into the borders of their shirts. This may be a little confusing for someone who is unfamiliar with the Torah community, but the explanation for this is pretty simple. Different people interpreting scriptures in different ways. But what is the real way tzitzits were intended to be worn? Well, if you look back on Numbers 15:38, you will notice that the only truly specific indication of this is the part that talks about the ribbon of blue. Why is it so important to include at least one strand of blue in our tassels? Since there aren't a lot of scriptures on this topic, I can't exactly tell you its purpose, but I can share my opinion on its significance. I personally think that the blue thread is very important and highly symbolic. I believe that it represents many things, including being set apart from the world, Yeshua, and the love of the law. Another thing I find interesting is that back when these verses were written, blue dye was extremely rare and expensive, which means a lot of care and effort was probably put into making these fringes. In a way, I believe that shows the faith that God's people must have had, and the work they were willing to put in for him. So how should you make your tassels? In the end, the ultimate purpose of wearing the fringes is to be as a reminder. So you should read the scriptures and conduct your own study on them, and follow God's law to the best of your ability. As long as your tzitzits remind you to think of God at all times, I think you're doing it correctly. Just make sure that you're wearing your tzitzits for God and not for man. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took me forever to make it, partially because I lost my script and I had to completely rewrite it, but also because both times I wrote my script, I spent a lot of time making sure that I accurately portrayed the importance of tassels and my own beliefs, while trying not to offend anyone and create conflict. What are your thoughts on fringes? Tell me in the comments below. I'm hoping that my videos will one day help to spread understanding on my beliefs and the Bible in general. So if you could share this channel with some like-minded friends and family, I would really appreciate it. This is only the beginning of many more peculiar animations to come. So stay tuned, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.